Have you ever worked so hard for something, only to feel like it's slipping further away? Like the closer you chase success, the more distant it seems. There's an old story, one that's been whispered across centuries about a young man who learned the truth the hard way. A truth that could change how you live, work, and even how you breathe. Let me tell you about Taro and his impossible dream. Taro was a curious young wanderer from Japan, always asking questions. He had read about enlightenment, success, peace, and he wanted it all. He believed that if he worked hard enough, prayed long enough, or climbed high enough, he could find the secret to happiness. One night, Taro had a dream about a Sauryo, a Buddhist monk, who lived high up on a sacred mountain. It felt like the monk was calling out to him. Waking up, he was totally confused about what to do with the dream he just had. He visited a nearby village and shared his dream with the locals. An old man confirmed that a monk lived on the mountain, pointing towards it. He further said that the monk held the secret to peace, the kind that could silence the noise inside your soul. So, without hesitation, Taro began his climb. After hours of struggle, his feet bleeding, breath heavy, he reached the top. The monk sat there quietly, smiling at the horizon. Taro bowed deeply and asked, "Master, I've come a long way. Please tell me, how long will it take for me to find peace?" The monk smiled. 10 years. Taro was shocked. 10 years. What if I give everything? My time, my strength, my soul? The monk's eyes softened, and he said, "Then, 20 years. Confused, Taro asked, "But why? Why would it take longer if I work harder and focus?" The monk nodded calmly and said, "When one eye is fixed on the goal," he said, "you have only one eye left to see the path." Taro stood silently, trying to make sense of the monk's strange answer. His heart raced. He had climbed for hours through storms, hunger, and fear, all for this moment. "Master," he said softly, "I don't understand. Isn't focus the key to success? Isn't dedication what brings us victory?" The monk chuckled, his eyes shining like calm water. He picked up a small bowl and filled it to the brim with tea. "Watch closely," he said. He began to pour more tea, and it spilled over the edges, soaking the table. Taro jumped back. "Master, the bowl is full. You're wasting it." The monk smiled. "Just like your mind," he said. "When it's full of only one thought, the finish line, there's no space left for the lessons on the way." Taro's eyes widened. The monk continued. "When one eye is fixed on the goal," he said gently, "you have only one eye left to see the path. And when you stop seeing the path, you trip. Even before you reach the top." He pointed toward the mountain trail Taro had just climbed. "Do you remember the red flowers by the stream?" Taro shook his head. "The song of the birds when dawn broke." Taro frowned, trying to recall, but couldn't. The monk nodded slowly. "You were so focused on arriving that you never truly experienced the journey. You saw the mountain as an obstacle, not a companion. You climbed it, but you never connected with it." Taro's face softened. He suddenly remembered the pain in his legs, the hunger, the wind. But he also remembered how he ignored the beauty that was right beside him. The monk placed a hand on his shoulder. "The journey is your true teacher, Taro. If you rush toward the end, you skip the lessons that make you worthy of it. Peace, wisdom, success, they are not at the top of the mountain. They are hidden in each step, waiting to be seen by those who walk with open eyes." Taro bowed deeply, his eyes misty. For the first time he understood. He had been chasing peace as if it were a prize. It was really just a way of getting around. At that moment, he realized he had been climbing, but never seeing, reaching, but never living. Life isn't about racing to the top of the mountain. It's about feeling the stones under your feet, hearing the wind whisper between the trees, learning from every stumble and breath. When we chase happiness as if it's a finish line, we forget to live in the lap of it. When we measure success only by results, we lose sight of the beauty in progress. Taro spent the rest of his days not chasing peace, but living it. In every sunrise he watched, in every tea he poured, in every smile he gave. And in that stillness, he found what he was looking for all along. Maybe it's time we all stop chasing and start seeing. Because sometimes, the destination you're fighting for is already beneath your feet. If this story touched you, share it with someone who's been running too fast to see their own path. And remember, peace isn't found at the top of the mountain. It's found in every step you take toward it. Subscribe to The Bright Side Stories for more such motivational and insightful stories.